have no rhythm. You have no rhythm whatsoever. Why are you here? Why are you here? Shimmy, motherfucker, shimmy. You do something. That's enough. We know we lost, all right? We know we lost.
But we are still proud.
We're still
proud. Okay. It's not the point.
Oh, it's definitely not the point. Anyway. All right, calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down.
Losing is a state of mind.
This conference is going to be hard. It's going to be real hard.
Fun.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
No, but again, we played really well. I am proud of the team. I'm super proud of the team, honestly.
Yeah, we put a good effort in front of منتدى قوم عاد.
Okay, who are that exactly?
A lot of these.
The really tall people?
Yes.
Okay.
The team of columns we played against.
Oh my god! You know what? That's gonna be an intro. Hey, welcome, Pastor Cup. This is your boy. Hi there. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 186. I hope. I haven't checked.
Probably.
Okay. Shout out to our tens and tens of listeners. Shout out to tens and tens of viewers. Shout out to the whole kingdom. Shout out to the whole nation. To the whole world. Man, fuck the world. Fuck the whites. Shout out to the Middle East. Shout out to all the Arabs. That's what we're all about. Yo, we lost today, but we won. We won.
We did.
We're still winning.
Oh my god! Y'all want to recap?
Let's recap.
Where we want to start?
Messi.
No. See, I'm gonna tell you where we're gonna start. Okay. Finally, Shamsi.
Finally.
We can talk about football.
Finally.
With that Turks being annoyed.
I mean,
and people being annoyed.
I can't be annoyed anymore. I am enjoying every single drop of this. Khalas.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's the good thing about the World Cup, yeah. It's the chance for everybody else to give a shit about the thing that we always care about.
Exactly.
You know?
True.
So now you guys get to join the club.
So let's talk about the first game before we get to Poland. Quick analysis of everything. So we don't have to go through the whole thing. So I had a great time explaining to people what a high line is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and what pressing is. So it was very interesting. For you non-football watchers, welcome. Join the cult.
Thank you for joining us.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
What you guys saw was a masterclass in defense.
Yes, you
That's
did.
what you guys saw. And I know a lot of people saying, oh my God, like, you know, they could have, they should have. Look, everybody was talking about Messi, but people like me and Shamsi,
We understand.
we were afraid of Di Maria. Let's be honest.
Shuf, it's about the discipline, and for me, that's the thing that I'm really proud of. The fact that they were tactically disciplined to play that high line consistently and make it work every single time during the first half.
A lot of people were saying that, you know.
That's not easy to do.
What's the highline?
Oh, okay.
So tactics 102 explanation.
Yes, let's go.
So you know the offside rule, Turks?
Yeah.
How that works?
I don't.
We don't need to explain.
I don't.
Oh, he doesn't.
No,
yes.
he does.
Okay.
He does. He's just, this is a trap.
Let's not go back to 0-0-1, please. So basically, the idea with the high line is you keep the defense high up the pitch and in the straight line, so you don't give them space you squeeze the pitch basically. You know, so you squeeze the amount of the percentage of the pitch that's in play, and you don't allow them chaps to have space behind you.
Also, like PUBG, the playing field is getting smaller.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah. You squeeze.
Okay. All right. No, this is a perfect analogy for him.
Yes,
all right. So remember, like, you know, when the field is small, what happens? What happens if you're outside the field?
You die.
All right. So you do your best not to go behind it, right? So that's the offside line. What they're trying to do is get behind the team to score, but they cannot go behind that line unless the ball is going forward.
Unless the line is broken, which it wasn't.
The line was solid. It was straight, so you could not go behind it. And the thing that with Argentina, this is my take. My take was we did not only win because we had a great tactic. They were mentally shocked. This was a mental game for them more than anything else because we know those fucking players. We know exactly what the hell they could do.
Yeah.
They couldn't find a solution because they didn't know what the hell they want to do. Every single ball, there was a player on it. Every single move, they found 2 or 3 players in front of them. They couldn't breathe. Even when they got to the 18-yard box, there's someone slashing them down. So the whole process of it was mental for them. First game, World Cup, something that they want so fucking bad. And they thought, okay, we're going to get this team that's going to be all right. But this team came in with elbows. It came in talking shit to Messi. It came in talking shit to everybody.
It came in knowing what it wanted to do.
And that shocked them.
Yeah.
And that shock factor was the problem for them because they could have found solutions.
They couldn't get into the rhythm of the game. And that's how I saw it. Like the fact that we were doing everything that we are to get them out of their comfort zone. And not just that. Yani it's the first game of the World Cup and you're walking into a stadium. Bro, 80,000 Saudi, like basically supporting Arabi, like basically supporting المنتخب. So that is a huge like mental shock as well for
It
them.
felt like we were playing at home.
Yes, definitely. We are.
Yeah,
we are.
definitely.
Aren't we?
Exactly.
Like, no, you're looking, it's not just us that's supporting the Muntakhab. It's everybody else for Arabi. Like, we saw the clips that came out after the game. Like,
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful.
Everybody
beautiful.
celebrating from like for Sudan, of Masr, from Maghreb.
Palestine,
everywhere.
Iraq,
So-
Syria, you name it. Bro.
And-
You
Yeah,
guys
man.
watched the behind the scenes video that came
Of
out?
course.
Yeah, saw that yesterday.
Of course.
It's cold,
That was
bro.
beautiful.
Like the amount of intensity that he was able to put into them.
The post the pre-match meeting when they had, and he was like, my mother is 80 years old. She never attended one game.
Yeah.
She's here today.
She's here today, and everybody, all 35 million people in Saudi,
Saudi Arabia
are
just
behind
stopped.
you.
Yeah, no, it's like 35. It's like tomorrow for 1 hour. No, it's like for tomorrow
For 90 minutes.
for 90 minutes. 35 million people will stop just to watch you. He was telling them exactly how everyone feels.
And that's what happened.
Yes,
That's what happened. Like
we're waiting for you.
people at work got together. Everybody like literally stopped what they were doing and okay, yalla, let's go. This is it. And coming out of that first half, coming down 1-0 and being able to
Come back.
to come
in
back
7
that
minutes.
quickly.
7-8 minutes, two
Bro,
goals.
if that's not mental, okay, feel free to join in, guys. You know,
No, I didn't catch the second half.
oh,
I watched
Oh
the
my
first half.
God.
Hold on.
that was the comeback.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Okay. I watched the first half. Okay. Penalty, undeserved whatsoever.
I agree.
Okay.
But at that moment, I did not have enough faith that we will win this match.
Shame.
So I went like, nah.
Thank you.
Shame.
Penalty.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame on
Penalty,
Shame
as
on you.
expected. I
Shame
know.
on you.
I
90
I
minutes,
expected a
Turks.
loss. I expected a loss.
The
We were
thing-
playing
but still,
Argentina.
But still, look, there's something I need to explain. For all you people who really ask us all these questions, like, why the fuck do you watch every single game? These are the type of games that we look for.
Yeah.
Like, we would watch the whole Premier League just to look for this one game that does this.
And it's something that we care about deeply and something that gives us that feeling
And
of,
an underdog comeback.
Yeah.
It's always amazing.
bro, it's Shuf, I'm not sure, is it really or is it? Is it the biggest upset in the World Cup?
Everyone's saying it's the
World
biggest
Cup
upset
history.
in World Cup. I think the reason for, maybe in modern World Cup history.
Like they were talking about the past 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, I think, yes, I would agree with that one because you are talking about a team that was 36 games unbeaten.
And that's the scary thing.
Yes.
The fact that like, this is who you're playing. Like, yo, these guys are here to set a record.
These guys are champions.
Yeah.
Like, they're all play for big teams.
They did win the Copa.
Yes.
Yeah. So they are champions of South
Yeah,
America.
so like you have this team that's coming in super hard with one of the greatest players of all time. I'm saying one of, and one of.
so I don't offend
Yeah.
everyone,
Many.
including myself.
No,
Yeah.
because it's my time to fuck around about this. The reason I put Cristiano Ronaldo so high over Messi is for that game exactly. Look at all the games that Ronaldo lost. Look at his mentality. He's running in the 90th minute. Messi, whenever they're under pressure, look at him with Barcelona, with PSG, with everything.
His head
He-
drops down.
Exactly, and he is out of the game.
He buckles.
That mentality, that winner mentality is why I rate Ronaldo higher than Messi. And that's why I rate Jordan above everybody
Bro,
else.
that's the winner mentality that got us through the game. Like
Yes.
being able to come back from 1-0
It's all
down.
here. It's all here.
No, it is a mental hurdle. Like, yeah, خسرانين. Okay, but okay, wait. I don't let me get rattled. Let me just score the first one. أول ما يجي الأول خلاص, let's go. It's game on.
Bro, from the second goal, they're telling Messi, hey, you're not winning today, son. You're not winning today,
And
son.
honestly,
Visit Saudi, visit Saudi, you're not winning.
and honestly, respect to the team for taking the chances when they got them. Like for me, that's another. That's why this was one of, for me, I think this was one of the best performances that I've seen in the
I think this is the best performance
Yeah.
since 1994.
like the closest thing that comes to mind is when فزنا كاس آسيا. I think نهائي كاس آسيا ضد اليابان a couple of years, like a while ago.
I also
you know?
disagree. The best performance
Yeah.
since 1994.
Uh,
You are playing Argentina.
First game of the World Cup, you know, all eyes on you. Basically, you're winning since the
Messi.
60th minute, and you hold on for another 30 minutes.
Now let's go behind the scenes. So there's a lot of
وحوش.
football.
زبدة وحوش.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amen.
There's a lot of football vloggers I've been watching, right? Like I usually watch every now and then. A lot of them from the GCC, and it was so beautiful to watch them go to the games wearing a Saudi jersey, just supporting. I know hardcore Messi fans that knew that this is like, yo, it doesn't matter, and at the same time, it was so fun to watch all these Messi little kids that only want to cheer for Messi. And even there's a vlog I'm gonna show you later on. When this guy grabs his kid, he was like, Saudi or Argentina? Saudi kid. He's like Argentina. He's like ليش؟ like Messi. قلت طب السعودية. قال It was beautiful to watch them get crushed, man. Because all you like fucking I can't say that word because we get in trouble for that one. But all you, it's like worshiping this one player and over your nation. Wallah halal fikum. I'm so happy for you to just watch your fucking goat get destroyed by your own people. Your own people.
Bro, and the inspiration that comes from that, and for that little kid seeing المنتخب beating Messi, what does that tell you?
He's crying. And then that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No.
He's crying.
Okay.
He's crying.
Forget that kid. Forget that kid. Okay, give me another young kid that looks up to المنتخب and looks at, you know, people, and it's a role model for him. الناس اللي تلعب في المنتخب, they are role models, you know, professionals that you know, play at a high level. They're playing at the best clubs in Saudi, and to see them go and be one of the best players in the world, like that just speaks volumes.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it reminds me again. You'll have to be generous with me when it comes to details. There was this old picture back when Mbappe was a kid. He had, I think, a poster of
Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, it was another French player. I think it was Henri
Zidane.
Oh, it was Zidane.
Yes.
So basically, this is the idea is that he watched him as a kid. Now he's one of the best. And to me, like, maybe our quote-unquote Mbappe would be
It's
here.
like when
he's in this generation actually seeing this happen.
It's like back in the day when Samuel Jabir was Samuel Jabir.
Yeah.
You know, that was the superhero for all Saudi kids. Not all, majority of Saudi kids. Yasser Qahtani, when he was in his prime. Same exact thing.
Shalhoub.
Thnayan, Al-Awiran,
so
like
many.
all these players, like they were heroes, especially the 94 national team.
Saeed Al-Awiran.
Yeah, I remember I came back from the States and I was on the plane with the 94 national team.
Oh, Allah.
The whole team was with me.
Okay.
All right. I was sitting next to, I think, Umar Al-Ghamdi. He was a referee.
Okay.
And right in front of me was, I was next to Saad Al-Awiran.
Oh, what?
Yes, I was, because I remember people coming, they were interviewing him.
Okay.
Right? What I remember about that time is that we were allowed to, not we, I was a kid, but they were allowed to smoke on the plane.
Oh, shit, back in the day.
Yeah, so all you saw behind you is below to the cigarettes. Marlboro Red.
This is where Tafayat used to come in handy.
You're sitting in the plane, everybody's smoking. Okay? But I remember that plane. I remember that ride back, how like everyone was there. It was
Trip.
It was a moment. Like I lived the 94 World Cup. It was a moment.
You were in the States. So
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Like in my pops, like, yeah, he was there way before me. He was like, yo, we're watching this.
Yeah, exactly. Like you guys went to the games?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember there was a friendly that we played against the US in New York.
Okay.
It wasn't on camera. And I remember my pops on, and they were talking about how, like, you know, midway, everyone started screaming, KSA, KSA. And the Americans like, no, USA.
No, it is different letter.
Yes. It was fucking hilarious, bro.
That carried on. They still do that, you know?
Like, I remember even when they lost, it was such a proud moment of watching your team get that far. And I don't think we ever got that far again.
Yeah, no, that was the last time. 94 was the last time we got beyond the group
16.
stages. Yeah, around 16. This year,
Inshallah,
we still have the opportunity. Like we did, the second game was already played. So
This is the second game. Let's talk about it.
The second game,
We lost.
We lost. Okay, which I was surprised by. To be honest,
I thought it was gonna be a draw.
Okay.
But the reason I thought it was gonna be a draw is because the one issue that we always face is when we play against these mechanics. Okay?
European teams.
Yes.
Okay.
These little brick walls that walk. First off, the game was very physical. I think the ref gave a lot of yellow cards and missed out on the red cards.
من الشوط الأول.
Yes,
Too
there
physical,
was an elbow to the face that deserves a straight red. The penalty should have been retaken. I don't know if you saw that or not.
He got off his line.
Yes, he got off his line. That should have been retaken. So I think that penalty and that red card played a big role in everything because the boys fought so fucking hard.
And they
outperformed.
Yeah, they had better parts of play was with Saudi in terms of attacking, in terms of controlling the ball, in terms of controlling the actual game. Unfortunately, you run into situations where you get a penalty and you end up missing it. Somebody slips his concentration, you end up getting sucker punched.
Yeah, the second one was dirty.
Yeah, unfortunately, that happens. And that's part of being a top level player. But at the same time, that does not take, for me, honestly, it does not take away from how well they played, from how close they got to actually scoring. And honestly, on another day, it could have been a draw. Like we
I
score
agree.
that penalty, that
I
second
agree.
goal
I
doesn't
agree.
come in,
It
it's a
could have been a
draw.
win.
I agree.
For me, it could have been a win.
لا بس in terms
You
of how the game actually played out. After you missed the penalty and then you got a second goal
They
out
had
of nowhere.
great attempts, but it's just that final finish in the final third. That's it. That's all you needed, and that's been the major issue. Now,
Ultimately, it was a good performance. Granted,
I
they
agree.
they were tanks wearing jerseys, but it was a good performance.
Ultimately, Poland is يعني برضو keep in mind Poland يعني their team. We're talking about their front, their strikers. They all play at top European clubs. برضو keep that in mind. يعني
I mean, it's Lewandowski in the front.
Lewandowski and somebody else plays at Juve. يعني في عرفت like really top internationals. And Lewandowski is not a joke.
Look, as hard as it was, the performance for me, it just shows me where we can be.
Yeah.
So
True.
even because even though we did so well to get to here, I still think though there's other levels that we can get to as a team, even as a league locally.
Definitely.
So I think this is a great. I don't know what's the right word to explain it to, but
It's for me, it put us on the map. So far, this World Cup put
No,
Saudi on the
that's without
map
doubt.
in terms of a football country to be taken seriously.
and at the same time, the local support and the governmental support to the league, not only the league, to the foundation of football in Saudi, the federation itself, the new things that they had to take and new approaches and change the mentality of people, health, nutrition, and so on. Our players were never this built before.
Physically fit is
Physically
the word.
fit.
Yeah, it's physically fit.
We could never do this 90 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, the game was more than 90 minutes because of all extra times and shit.
Which is another extra fun part of the World Cup.
So being able to compete for that long, having that much concentration is a huge positive for us. Even if we don't make it to the round of 16, I think this is a successful World Cup of seeing what Saudi could do, and you just get better and better after that, bidnillah.
Definitely. Compared to the last World Cup. Yani opening game last World Cup, nobody expected the result that we got. But at the same time, the performance didn't, يعني ما شفع لنا. You know,
I agree.
we only showed up in the last game against Egypt. The second game was much better, obviously, but the last game against Egypt was we really showed up. This time, like you're coming in and now everybody's talking about Saudi. Like literally everybody's talking about, bro, for me, having the Japanese, the fucking Japanese come the day after and beat the Germans and say, we looked at the Saudis and we said, if they could do it, why can't we?
Because we're in the same group.
Not about, yeah,
We're on the same area. We know each other. We're competitors.
But we are now spoken of on that level with that level of respect. And for me, that is the biggest.
Because the performance that we put out in front of Argentina.
Deserve it.
You can't do nothing but you have to respect the team.
No
you have to give them the
flukes.
credit.
Yeah.
They really worked hard, they really played hard, chasing every single ball, mentally, physically. It was an outstanding fucking
Yeah,
performance.
the Japanese were like, okay, our inspiration is Goku and Salim al-Dosari. That's it.
Yes. And let's go.
Keep in mind, Argentina is a better team than Germany right now. Yeah, when we're putting them on the level, it's a bigger bar to beat an Argentina team that has Messi and that's coming in with a 30-something game unbeaten streak. Aloft.
Right now we're watching Argentina and Mexico go at it.
They're winning so far.
1-0 to Argentina.
Yeah.
What's the minute?
83.
Oh my God.
Guess who scored?
Oh, Messi, of course. What's
They
the
found
name?
them finally.
The thing is,
There you go.
I look forward to the Mexico-Saudi match. This is going to be a match that everybody's going to be running. Everybody's going to be chasing.
This is a match. Oh,
Yeah. It's going to be, everybody wants that win.
في tickets.
And the thing is, both teams are willing to go the extra mile to just score a goal and not defend. So this is going to be a match that's going to be so fucking intense.
And both teams are going to want it.
And everybody wants to and needs to win.
Yeah. Like Mexico right now, they're out unless they do something, they come back. But
If we beat Mexico, bidnillah, inshallah, we will. And inshallah, Argentina beats Poland. Or Poland beats Argentina.
تخليهم يتعادلون يا رجال. We
يا
beat
أخي
Mexico
تعادل, it doesn't really
يتعادلون.
matter. Any of that. It's a W for us. So Mexico is a big deal. But hopefully we take it. We can't stay with the 3 points next to.
But I agree with you. So Ana, for me right now, like where we are right now in terms of how we performed the World Cup, it is a success. It is an unqualified success for المنتخب السعودي and for honestly the fans. Like we see a lot of our boys, they're going there. Like a lot of people are going to Qatar to enjoy that.
This national team reignited the love for the national team.
True.
Yeah.
You know, we've been doing good for a while, but this performance is what said, yo, look what we can do. If we really put our time in, and not only our time, if we really just focus on building the next generation to be on this type of mentality, on this type of discipline.
And beyond. and beyond.
It could be amazing. And let's give so much credit to the coach. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The masterclass.
Yeah, honestly, like this
he
guy
knew exactly what he wanted from every single one of them.
And for people who don't know this guy is like literally well loved all across Africa for how well he is. Like he's taken Zambia to the African Cup Nation Finals. So did same thing with Ivory Coast. So this guy knows what he's doing. And the fact that he's here and he's bringing that is برضو a testament to the vision we have in the Saudi Federation. Like knowing how to pick the right people for the job. This guy is a tournament coach, an international coach who knows how to like bring underperforming teams and raise up their level.
And I think one of the best things that, well, we watch, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news lately. I know me and Listen Number One have been at it. New York Times and everybody else were like, hey, we can't let the Saudi have this.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah, we can't let them just be having all this glamour, because not only was the win so big, it was looking at the reactions of the Arab world, how everybody was united, how everybody was happy for Saudi, a country that they've done their best to just
try to put down.
Not only try to put down, to try to make it sound like it's insignificant in the world.
Stop having fun.
No, stop being relevant.
Exactly.
Stop being relevant.
And I think this is a beautiful thing to show to the world how us as Arabs, when we're united. Me and this Number One, we had this talk before. We were talking about Malik al-Ahlak. I think this was a couple of episodes ago.
Yes.
And if us just as Arabs, we just stick together, the way that we were all happy for each other, like for that win, if we just do that on a governmental and political level and actually have a block of us together that we can move as one nation, like fucking Europeans do, we would be fucking unstoppable in this world.
I agree.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
No, definitely. And at the end of the day, you look at, oh
no.
Wallah,
2-0.
Wal ya Messi, wal. Oh.
By the way, I want to tell everybody, Shams is a fanboy.
يعني
He's a huge fan.
قدامي شفت هدفين يا ابو عدول يعني.
والله حبيبي, if he hit it with his head, you would have said the same thing. Oh, that's it.
شوف, and not just that. Look at it in terms of the fact. Look at how many interests we have in common. Look at our common heritage, our common history, our common outlook on life and values. Like all of that is, yani these are reasons and more for us to actually come together and do that.
Yes.
You know. So and football is one of the things that crosses those boundaries of bullshit that you always find between
all of the Arab nations love football.
Yeah. So it's one of the things that we always align on and we talk on. And we know what's going on with Al-Ahli al-Masri.
Yep.
You know, they know what's going on with Al-Hilal. Like it's a mutual, you know, back and forth.
When the African Cup comes around, we know how important Algeria is, how Morocco is. Hey, Tunis, Egypt, everybody. Oh.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are watching a goal. Oh my God. This is
oh, not Messi.
It wasn't. See, look at this.
هو اللي حطوا الكاميرا عليه المخرج. المخرج حطوا الكاميرا عليه.
It wasn't even Messi.
A, it's not Messi.
Yeah,
B, they're copying the goal that we scored on them.
Yeah, علمناهم.
علمناهم.
Yeah, they took lessons.
You have to learn from the best.
Exactly.
Okay, you look at what the best do.
Of course. Oh my God. Anyway, enough of football. Can we all
honestly, other than that, it's been a fun World Cup, yani, so far.
So far, so good.
Yeah, it's been a fun World Cup.
And I do get football rage now. They showed a kid after a Polish kid after they scored their second goal, and it's the first time in my life I've ever wanted a kid to cry. I wanted the kid to feel pain. I wanted to get the first, second, and third goal just for that kid to cry. And then I remembered why I don't watch football anymore.
Yeah, welcome to the dark side, Trix.
Oh my God.
Have you not been watching Number One?
I've watched Muntakhab.
Other than that?
And I've been enjoying the memes.
The memes, okay.
Yes. When
the GOAT meme is the best one so far.
No, my favorite meme so far is that when the US and the UK were playing, loser has to take James Corden.
Nobody lost.
They had another one. Loser takes 21 Savage.
Gains custody.
Gains custody, yes.
And guess what? Nobody lost. Bro, and the highlight for me in terms of memes was the guy that took the door off the hinges. Like, that guy wins.
That
was the passion.
Won the
that was the passion.
Like, let me celebrate, door. Leave me alone.
والله ما توقفني.
والله ما تمنعني.
Ya Allah. Shout out to the whole nation, man. Shout out to the whole Arab world.
Amen.
Inshallah, more and more things, not only football, beyond football, gets us together like this.
Yeah.
Bidnillah.
Amen.
We need each other.
Amen
and
to
this World Cup was proof how much we need each other because we needed to stand with Qatar with all the bullshit that they were facing. And you saw on that stage,
metric tons of it. Even
I agree. And go ahead, sir.
And you look at it in terms of what's actually happening on ground. You see the people there and how they're experiencing the World Cup. Everybody's having a great time. Like all of the bullshit that came out behind, the media campaigns against Qatar, it's optics to get you distracted.
It's towing the party line.
Yep.
It's towing the party line.
It's whiting the whites.
Pretty much.
By the way, when we say whites, what do we mean all of y'all?
Most of y'all.
Yeah.
You know who you are. You know who you are.
You're the ones who get offended. You know who you are. Exactly.
If you feel bad for some reason,
it's about you.
Check yourself for a second. Why do you feel bad?
No, but France and UK and the US have been doing. It's always been disrespectful. I think it was a shock to certain people that this happened to them. But the reality is, the whites.
Yeah, sure.
There is ample precedent.
ليش تنبسط انت? Why are you doing something good and you're getting credit for it? No, wow, you're not supposed to get credit.
Why are you achieving things?
Why are you doing?
Yeah. You're not the main character here. You're supposed to play support, please.
It's about me.
Well, anyway, in other news, what's been going on? How y'all been?
Good. How have you been?
I've been sick. Thank you to listener number one.
Yes.
We just figured out that he also got sick, so most likely he gave it to me.
The flu kicked our ass.
Who got it first though?
I think he was before me.
Probably. Yes.
Yeah, Monday, right?
Yeah. So it was when we were recording. I was going down with the sniffles.
Oh,
Sniffles.
So down with the
sniffles on you.
Tough.
Yeah.
Sniffles.
Bro, I went to shave, came back. Then they made the announcement. Oh, you can leave work to go watch the game. The whole first half, I'm in traffic.
No shit.
The whole first half.
Yeah.
Of course, we're streaming the game, so we know what's going on. But stuck.
Dude, the whole street was streaming the game. Everyone in traffic.
All the cars, you hear it. Turkey al-Awwal doesn't exist. It's just a sea of cars. Everyone trying to go home.
Yeah, everybody got to. A lot of people ended up watching it at work though.
It was too much. I get here, I'm watching the game and I'm heating up. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just like so excited.
Yes, exactly.
Game finished. I just fell. Like literally, I was just done. I was done with.
Out for the day.
The day
for the
shit,
days.
Like
I was out.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Like
نفس الشيء.
yeah, on Monday I got the shivers. Like
You started with the sniffles.
then I got the shivers.
Then you got the shivers.
My chest, bro. I cannot breathe. I cannot go up the stairs. I cannot lift. I can't do nothing. Anything that I try to move, my breath just stops and my heart just starts speeding. And my watch is telling me, yo, relax, bro. Don't go that hard. Relax on the gym. Like, I'm not moving, man. I'm just trying to pick up a cup.
Well,
You get a notification. Why are you running? Why are you running?
Where you going?
Why are you running? Oh, but no, a lot of my boys told me the same thing. Like everybody's been getting sick lately.
Alhamdulillah, salama, wallah.
Allah
It's the change in the weather. Turks, didn't you get your flu shot?
No, I think I might get one tomorrow, actually.
You better. We got...
I keep hearing about this nasty season.
going
You'll
on.
have to, bro, because you know what we got coming up, right?
Yeah.
We're out
Beast
of
week.
Full week.
We got Beast Week.
Yeah.
Beast Week. By the time everybody hears this, Beast Week has started or about to start, depending where you're listening from. And we're starting with Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays with XP. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be Soundstorm. Now, that is...
Loud week.
Loud week, bro.
The very, very loud week.
This is the loudest week, I think, in the Middle East. I don't think it's only in Saudi.
Probably.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, the loudest week in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think so.
Easily.
agree.
Middle East and North Africa.
Are you talking about everyone in the World Cup coming for MDLBeast too?
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yep. You're close by.
Hey.
Come on over.
Well, they got Arabia. Just enjoy Arabia.
And we have Soundstorm.
That's what they call a teaser. That's a taste.
So what XP is to us, basically.
Pretty
XP
much.
nights.
Pretty much.
Well, anyway, we look forward to seeing everybody at XP and Soundstorm. I went to Soundstorm's Media Day, and I'm going to charge them for the 12 hours or the 10 hours that I was there. Okay, because it was supposed to be 3 hours. But shout out to all the people in MDLBeast. Respect to all of you. We had a tour of...
By By the size of the place, I assume it took 12 hours just to go around.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
Ramadan did not lie when he said he's focusing on customer experience. Because if everybody remembers last year's MDLBeast, this one's gonna be a totally different thing for you. If everybody remembers the first MDLBeast, this is gonna say, okay, I kind of remember this feeling.
Okay, there's a throwback vibe to it in a sense.
Oh my God. Listen, everybody knows, like, I hate brokies. Okay.
That has been established.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine, dude. All right. I think we need to keep this on the whole day today. Yeah, okay.
Well,
The VIP experience. Leave the box alone. The box experience is just
That's another level added.
no. Okay, this is like 5-star hotel shit. All right, this box experience. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, like
Yeah.
if you know, you know. That's it. But the VIP experience this year with the ramps that they made for everybody to just walk over and like get to all the stages very comfortably, amazing.
So the idea is there's a loop basically that connects all the stages together. Is that how it works?
That's the thing. I do not know if it's a loop or not.
Okay.
It could be a loop, but the idea that you have a ramp that will take you everywhere to any single stage. You can come down and get to the stage automatically. That is because remember last year when the VIP trying to get to underground,
Which was practically impossible.
Exactly.
Honestly. Like the crush of people that you had to go through just to get out of the VIP and get back in was to the point where like,
Exhausting.
okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here. I'd rather not have to deal with that.
which was me.
Which was all of us, you know, at some point, honestly.
Yeah,
At some point.
we were all in the box last
Yeah,
year.
it's-
Shout out to
that's what I'm
Swiss.
saying.
Shout out to Noor.
Yeah.
Shout out to GI. So what's the name?
So now basically this is the solution for that. You know, it's easy access to all the different stages without having to basically
Exactly.
Via Skybridge.
via Skybridge, via View.
Here's the thing.
You also.
I honestly don't want to talk a lot about it. I want people to go experience it. I want people to get surprised the same way we were surprised. It is beautiful, man.
Honestly, I'm looking at the way they're rolling it out, the way they're talking about it. I appreciate. I feel like they're building it up in with the right timeline. You know, like giving enough people a chance to get the tickets early on, announcing and teasing the
Me and
different
you, we had
artists.
this fight every single year. Okay,
Yeah.
I keep telling you, it's the
the
same as
same
last
thing.
year.
Yeah, it
It
just-
started in September. Yeah,
It
Shamsi.
comes across. It comes
Yeah,
across
this guy.
honestly, and it comes across well communicated to me. Is what I'm trying to say.
Even last year was well communicated.
I think I'm noticing it more now.
Maybe you were not paying attention last year.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Oh my god, man! No, it was the same rollout as last year, except way better lineup.
I'm loving the lineup.
The lineup is ridiculous. There's
Bust up.
everything for everybody.
DJ Khaled. Who else?
T.I.,
Post Malone.
Rick Ross,
Rick Ross.
Entitled,
Title,
Jeed,
Jeed, the
Saoud.
boys.
Jazzy Spa Sounds, Moed Neferi, Skinny.
Skinny is a big
Skinny.
one, honestly, yeah.
Are we gonna sit here and name everybody that's coming up?
And not just that, like even looking at the lineup of XP, like looking at all the different people that are going to be playing at XP across those 3 days, honestly, I'm super looking forward to it.
Bro, all of it. This week is gonna be fucking amazing. All of it. I think the lineups are just ridiculous. There's something for everybody. Like even if you say like I'm not feeling this, day 2 you have to go for at least 3-4 hours because there's 3-4 hours that you want to catch.
Yeah.
You know, so nonstop is gonna be amazing. I love the Big Beast. They have a beautiful facelift to it. It's really, really clean.
That's the main stage.
The main stage, and it looks super, super clean. So I look forward to it. Underground's always gonna be underground. You know, it's gonna be the party. If you know, you know. That's what underground.
Then
is.
you're going to find a lot of our locals.
Basically.
Yeah.
And not only that, you're gonna find
You're going to find the underground.
all the you know what I mean.
You gotta find the
You know
underground.
what I mean.
That's where they're going to be.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
people who really want to party,
Yeah.
they be at underground.
They know who they're there for.
Exactly,
Yeah, they
you
know
know?
exactly who they're there for.
So I even love how even MDLBeast understands what people want.
They're curating the experience. That's the thing. It's and that's what it feels like. And I understand that there's a lot of different tastes in this market. So let me try to provide something that you'll appreciate.
Yeah.
You'll want to come
Everything
for a
from
reason.
Arabic to English
Yeah.
to whatever. Like everything is available, and it's gonna be a wild year this year. I think everyone's gonna come out of MDLBeast, bidnillah, inshallah, with a great feeling after it. I said it when I was there. I was like, this MDLBeast is gonna feel different. I don't say it's gonna be different. No, it's gonna feel different.
At this point, like you have the experience of the past 2 events to kind of guide you in what works and what doesn't work. And that's another big part of it. The fact that they're focusing on the experience tells me that, they knew that as great as last year was, that was something that a lot of people had an issue with.
This tells you that MDLBeast does pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, they know the market they're in. They know how to talk to the local market, because that's the beautiful thing about MDLBeast. MDLBeast was never advertising for the world.
It's for us.
It's actually for us.
Yeah.
You know, the world is watching them do things for us.
Everybody else is welcome to join.
Yes.
But
And everybody is joining.
yeah.
That's a beautiful thing, you know?
And even with XP, like expanding the roster with XP, you know, doing the courses, the courses they're announcing, the different panels that they're doing, like it's not just about, it's about building the foundation as well, you know, and that's something that they're putting a lot of attention.
Shout out to everybody in MDLBeast. Thank you for having me. It was great seeing all of y'all, connecting back with all of y'all. And I look forward to every single one of you. One of them might come over and do an interview after MDLBeast. I'm not saying anything right now.
Wink, wink.
Just one?
Yeah, he's the one.
Yeah. The one.
The one. The
Okay.
one. The one we've been waiting for.
Yes.
So he might come through. Me and him, we talked about it. I told him don't come. I'll be very honest.
I mean, honestly, I'd love to have that conversation. That's going to be a great conversation.
I look forward to it, man. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to everybody there. Shout out to all of everyone that's involved in MDLBeast.
The hard work that everybody's putting in.
They've been working, son.
Yeah.
They've been working. I can guarantee you that. The fact that the access they gave us to see what's behind the scenes, I respected that so much. The media got to see exactly what's going on. When we say 300 cameras, yeah, you see the control room.
Yeah.
You know what's going on. The new parking lots they built, now if you're a VIP,
Triple the size of parking lots.
do you know what's happened now? You have a VIP pass, correct? You're driving, you're going to find your VIP exit. They built a whole road for it. The second you park, you're in the VIP parking. The second you enter, you're on the ramp.
Okay.
That's it.
So not having to deal with the traffic issues as well.
All.
Nice.
At all. They built new roads from Khalid and Fahad.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Customer experience.
Customer
There we go.
experience,
There we
man.
go.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to
And
them.
they talked about the fact that they're increasing people on the ground just to make sure that any issues that happen with harassment, they have somebody there for you in terms of what's it called? Respect and
Respect and discipline.
respect and something. I mean, they have
Respect and reset.
respect and reset campaign. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, that's another part of the experience that definitely, you know, having to learn from previous events and expanding it in another level.
Anyway, let's go to all the news.
We're gonna have a full week, son.
Did you hear about? I'm looking at list number one because no one knows what's going on. Did you hear about Meta's AI questionnaire thing that they launched
I think I heard this. It's
a couple days ago?
yeah.
Well,
So Meta,
Okay.
Mr. Zuckerberg, released, launched.
He may not be Mr. Meta for long.
yeah, so he's going broke.
With the stock price.
what's happening?
Not only that, so they launched this AI where you ask it questions and it gives you the answers of the world.
Okay.
And 3 days and it's shut down.
I can't think of any reasons how that can go wrong.
Well, because, you know, when you ask it to do vaccines cause autism, it says yes.
Oh, wow.
And it gives you racist answers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course it does. Of course it does.
so it's a robot with Google.
I can't imagine who was programmed by.
No offense, we've seen this happen multiple times. Yeah, there was in Microsoft AI robot Neuralink, and
Wasn't it this year also?
I know it was. I want to say a couple of years ago, and it was launched on Twitter, and you can ask it questions, and I think within the week, it was tweeting out stuff like Hitler was right.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Oof.
See the fact that
That's the effect of Twitter. That's what Twitter does to a person.
but that tells me one of two things. Is it reflecting society? Is that what it's
It was
doing?
engineered. They were feeding it racist answers
Okay, so
for the lulz.
so it's the coders.
But it wasn't Microsoft feeding it.
It's the
No, it
coders.
wasn't.
Yes, it wasn't.
So it's either the coder's bias, okay,
no,
or the
That's what-
audience's prejudices.
It's
No.
AI. It's supposed to machine learn. And that's what was happening.
So the prejudice, basically.
the
You're
more-
picking up on the prejudice.
The more you tweet at it, the more it learns. And when you tweet racist stuff at it,
Yeah.
the robot becomes racist.
Exactly.
Well, guess how this people must be. Guess
It's
that's how
just
I'll
like
be.
raising children, guys. Yeah, that's what happens.
He's right. He's actually right.
I mean, true. They mirror.
You
they mirror
made
behavior.
a child and gave it to the internet. What do you expect?
You set examples for the child.
The white
know.
thing.
Who sets example?
The internet is not a good place for an
That's what
example.
we're
to
talking
be set.
about.
Subhanallah, that's
Okay,
exactly what
so-
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
some-
Here's the question. So you're saying, not you. Okay, so they're saying that we want AI to be out there, we want it to be more accessible to everyone, and we want less governance on AI. This is what happens when you have no governance on AI and you allow a company to run this kind of bullshit.
And
AI requires governance.
yes.
Oh,
And you know what I saw recently that just made the hairs on the back of my head stand on them?
There is no hair in the back of your head.
Okay.
very minimal.
My back. What is
There you
it?
go. There you go.
Back hairs.
Yeah.
My back hairs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Your back hairs. What does your back hairs say?
Elon Musk tweeted out that the open beta for automatic driving cars is going live. A beta for self-driving cars. If
Guess
you
what?
No.
Guess what happened? Guess what happened 12 hours later?
What happened?
An 18 car pileup in California.
Yep.
An 80 because one Tesla decided to brake on an exit ramp, and
Yeah, there's no open beta with
yeah, open beta is like
With your life.
There's kinks to work out, and like the kinks here are lives.
yeah.
okay, Shuf, the AI's got to learn somehow, right? Bro, this is so fucked up. Honestly, like legit, this is actually so. I can't even joke about this.
Yo,
Like,
it's
It's the thing, like
it's so white.
it's so
to
ma-
think in the open beta is fine to use on regular humans. They couldn't make Twitter work properly.
bro, trust me, they will have an argument for it. The argument will be, you know what? We're making it safer over the long run.
Using your lives.
You gotta break eggs to make omelets.
the argument here.
Astaghfirullah al-Azim, من جد, like that's actually an argument that you would hear. I wouldn't be surprised.
The argument here is that only the people who are opting in can use the beta.
Homie, I need to opt out. Don't I? I need to opt out, right? Yes. It's automatically opted in. Yep.
That's a problem out there, bro.
Yeah, like no, I don't want to hear beta on roads,
No.
On cars.
on cars.
On fast moving metal
Like
machines.
Elon is looking at it
At
like
all,
civilization, basically.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
We're Sims.
put that beta here. Okay, some of them died. Never mind, remove it.
Shuf, Twitter's,
Cool.
It's
Ya Allah.
Twitter's still working.
Yeah,
So
you-
the man, yeah, he's doing something right.
yeah, and
Is
Tesla.
Twitter working?
Kinda.
The Tesla is. What if my printer was a car and it's annoying? That is the Tesla.
What if my printer was a car?
Yes.
Spot on.
What do you mean?
Spot on.
What do you mean low ink? I just bought an ink cartridge yesterday. That is that car.
No, but Shuf, the Tesla gives you things, Tara. Like you go to sleep, you wake up.
Yes,
and
compound fractures.
I mean, listen, they're probably going to raise your probability of death in the coming future, right?
Hold on. I want to go back to this. What does Tesla give you?
Compound fractures.
No.
Apparently.
You. Where do you go
Don't
with
they
that?
download like new features overnight when you go to sleep
Software
or stuff like
updates?
that? Yeah.
Like almost every single car company does that right now. It's not something wow, Tara.
Wallah.
Yes.
ثم أول ناس.
Ooh.
See?
And we're the first to kill y'all.
So they have the biggest number of patches that they need to implement.
Bro, I told you, full self-driving is so far away.
True.
They just don't want to admit it. You know why they can't admit it? Because they're stockholders. There's shareholders with stocks that want to fucking... The second you
Sure.
say we're not doing it, they're going to sell.
And
Because
again,
there is a race. There is a race to self-driving cars.
But there's no one is getting it right.
Abadan.
I think that people might be approaching it the wrong way. It's not about building a car that can self-drive. It's about building a system that can contain a bunch of self-driving cars.
But here's the thing. The reason about building the system,
yeah.
it means that the government needs to build that system.
Yes.
And the government, you will have to rent that system from the government.
Regulation. Yeah,
Okay. And so that what causes the private companies are not making money off of that.
Okay.
They're only gonna make money off of the cars.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're making me make a car and you have the system and I have to adapt to your system,
And I have to subscribe to it.
So capitalism.
Yes.
The problem is capitalism.
Yes.
Okay.
Always.
I need to make
Always.
money.
Always.
It's not
Always.
about you getting
Yes.
where you want to go safely. No. Fuck that.
It's almost like people are greedy.
almost.
And don't give a shit about other people's lives.
Look, it's very obvious that the US government is broken for a long, long time.
No, definitely.
So they're never gonna give you that regulation that's gonna make you have everything that you want.
China might.
So most likely either China or Europe.
Yeah. Not even Europe.
No, Europe are actually they're stiffer in their regulations than the US are.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
You know-
But something in the innovation level, that's something I would imagine seeing
Innovation, it's only China.
in a
that's getting-
Shanghai.
Yeah,
يعني
only.
عرفت.
يا ابو شباب يعني لو زراعة ابل لا يو اس بي تايب سي مو على كيفك.
Exactly.
That's the European
Yes.
Union. Yeah. Yeah, they can lobby, definitely.
They didn't say that. They're like, okay, we'll remove the lightning. So it's either going to be USB-C or wireless charger.
Look, if they put wireless charging,
The idea was that you forced Apple to change.
exactly.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if they
but-
put wireless charging,
Yeah.
But
we'll figure that out when we get there.
It's still a win against Apple.
It's still a win
It's
against
still a
Apple.
win against Apple.
Yeah.
Because Aslan, right now, you dumbass with your 1 terabyte photos. Let me see you move that to a PC. Let's see how long that's gonna
Bro,
take you to
it
move
is
that shit.
impossible.
Exactly.
It is impossible. I've literally tried so many times.
Yes, it tells you 6 days. Yeah, good luck having you 6 days.
But then day 4 and a
sitting over
half,
there.
oh, there's a corrupted image.
Wah, wah.
Start from the bedaya.
That's the sound. Wah, wah.
Yeah.
No. That's some stupid shit. But yeah, I think, look, I believe that we're going to be one of the countries to actually lead that.
Oh, definitely.
A full system.
Definitely.
Now we have Sir, Sir Koyes. Okay. The second, we know what electric cars for full self-driving, name it electric cars, full self-driving. What does it require? We can build the roads in like 20 minutes, man. We have the capability to do that. We have a government that's willing to shift to make things better. You know, compared to I have to go through millions of regulations and I have to pay this senator and this Supreme Court and this bullshit
And
and,
I have
that
to deal
bullshit.
with this lobbyist and that
Exactly.
lobbyist.
I have to pass money all around. And by the time I get to a yes, I already spent $128 million. We don't have to do that bullshit. We can just fix it up real quick. Put new regulations, new direction. Bismillah, tawakkalna Allah. Yeah, let's go.
But you get my idea, right, in terms of what a system looks like.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to have a safe full self-driving is if the street also has sensors or cameras to read what the fuck is going on.
But there is a benefit in the American system.
You make money.
No. If you lose $1 billion, but you spend your money on the political parties, you're not going to jail, Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
no.
FTX, man.
That is because, okay, see, this is another problem with capitalism. Man is hiding in a non-extradition country. He is literally living
No,
his
he's going to be
life.
speaking.
He's going to be speaking at the New York Times.
Oh, didn't they cancel him?
Nope.
No, he's still on.
He's still on?
Yes.
With Genghis Khan.
Yes.
With what?
Genghis Khan. Somebody made a meme.
Anyway,
For
for people who don't understand what the hell we're talking about a cryptocurrency, FTT, or company, FTX.
Yeah.
FTT is the coin.
F is the token.
Yeah. So anyway, that company just robbed everybody out of crypto and money and billions. And,
Billions
And,
billions.
he's free because he's white and he paid some senators. Anyway,
Listeners,
And he wears shorts to work.
listeners, I want you to imagine the Pillsbury Doughboy.
That's a very deep
sandals.
reference. Okay.
Yes, with the Pillsbury Doughboy with the world's most unkempt Jufro.
that's him.
That's him.
Sounds about right.
Bro, I can smell him by looking at his picture. I'm being very honest.
He's one of those people that look like they smell like cheese.
No,
It's
worse.
quesadilla.
Huh?
Worse.
It's quesadilla.
No,
Queso,
كرم quesadilla.
queso.
Okay.
He smells like queso.
زفر كذا في زفر.
Exactly. You can see he's dirty white and he's gonna have all the money. Bro, rumors came out. I don't know if it's true or not. They're like, his parents bought $300 million worth of properties in the
Bruh.
Bahamas.
And yeah, in the Bahamas, they're tracing the money, how much money he spent, 100 million on lobby donations or some shit.
No, lobby
or-
donations. I think it was like $4 million each. That's what I heard.
كده عرفت.
That's called hedging your bets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
What's
This
that?
is why it's interesting to see what the hell's gonna happen to him. I know we went off topic, ladies and gentlemen. We were just talking about AI cars, but fuck this guy.
What
bro.
topics? What
That's
we have
actually true.
topics?
Look, for anyone that's holding crypto, and I know a few of my friends are,
تمسك.
halal fik.
لا لا تمسك.
No. We warned. And I was like, boys. And everyone was like, no, buy the dip.
لا بس
Buy the
the
dip.
problem with this guy is it's an exchange. So a lot of people kept their money on the exchange, which is a big security.
No,
No, the problem
No.
with this guy that he lied.
Yes, he
Yeah.
lies into it's a Ponzi scheme. That's a different conversation.
Those are two different things.
Yeah, but it still hurt your big old,
definitely hurt.
W for crypto.
It hit the market, definitely.
How much crypto you got left?
Moving on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Yeah, Turkey here, they're suing Larry Davis.
Larry Davis?
Yeah.
There was a big...
Larry David.
David
Larry
David.
David.
Larry
sorry.
David, oh,
Larry
okay.
David. He did
wow.
a Super Bowl commercial
Biggest fan.
where his basically... It's cuts through history and he's basically a skeptic through history. So it starts like in the caveman times and like he's like, I don't think this wheel thing is going to take off. Blah, blah,
Okay,
blah,
so it's
blah.
Larry David being Larry David.
Yes, exactly. And it got into crypto. The whole thing was that, don't be like Larry David, buy crypto. And Larry David
Sued
being
them.
sued for the commercial where he said, "I don't like crypto" is the most Larry David thing I can imagine.
So he sued them.
That's an episode. That's
No,
an episode
he's
with
being
Curb.
sued
By who?
Being sued. It is-
by the
it
class.
is.
That is an
Yes.
episode. Of
By
Curb.
who?
By the
Because
class.
him and
Class action.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
him, Tom Brady, Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, okay,
They did the
okay,
advertisement
okay,
for
okay.
FTX during the Chisholm, the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Okay.
Life is funny.
Yeah, that's
Life is-
that's the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
That's
yeah.
an episode for
That's an
Larry
episode.
That is.
It's gotta be an
Irony.
episode.
It exists. It is here.
oh man, craziness. We had a conversation, me and one of the boys. We were talking about Adidas and Nike, and we had an argument, me and him. I'm not gonna tell you what the argument is, but I want to see y'all feelings into this. Do you think if you get a Nike deal or an Adidas deal right now, do you think that it will add value to your brand?
Who's me?
Yeah, Shamsi.
I think it's a chicken and egg scenario, because if you get a brand with if you get a
Endorsement.
brand deal with one of these, that means your brand already has value. So if Nike is approaching, let's say, listen number one for Air listen number ones, that means that I have brand value. So they're approaching me. So the only determining factor to me would be A, how sustainable is this? B, how much am I supposed to make? And are there any potential penalties involved? Like, I don't want to get Kanye'd.
Well, the idea here is in the you also gain from the association with them. Because
Do you?
the idea, that's what I'm saying, the idea. You're whatever your brand is, you're getting involved into a bigger market, you're going to go global, you get access to their marketing
It's
budgets.
a chicken and egg scenario,
You know.
because Nike wasn't anything without Jordan. Like, you see it in the last
That's a fact.
But Nike is something now.
Yes.
So if you get a deal with Nike right now, that brand recognizes you. That gives you some brand
and
recognition.
looking at somebody like LeBron and how much money he's made with
And
Nike.
that's why I'm not talking about these superstars that they are athletes on TV. They're doing all these
Talk about
things.
Shamsi.
I'm talking about Shamsi with his little brand in the corner, because the conversation was about there was a list of everyone that Nike dealt with in the Middle East. He didn't make that list
Okay.
of someone he knows who's a consultant is doing something, and he sent them the list and he shared it with me. And we went going through it, and he was like, "How many of those people have value right now?
And Mustafadu, basically.
Anyway, how did it increase their value in your country or in the region?"
I think I don't know who was on that list, but I think for the vast majority of people who have collaborated with Nike or Adidas, it was a very temporary thing. It was just a
One-off.
one-off 50 minutes of fame kind of thing. And whoever they are in whatever field they are, they kept on doing what they're doing and getting the recognition for that in that field. So it didn't really blow them up to. Maybe it brought some of them bigger exposure. Like, some names now that
To
you
who?
didn't know before.
'Cause
مثلا.
I'll tell you what the
I'm just
problem
saying,
was.
yani.
Because we were breaking it down. The issue of you getting an Adidas or Nike deal is for a region deal, right? And it's going to be like in 4 or 5 countries at best.
Okay.
Oman is not going to get it. Dubai, you're going to have in Dubai. You're going to be able to buy it online. But in store, it's going to be maybe Dubai, Saudi, Bahrain, Kuwait at most.
It doesn't go to other regions?
It does not go to all the regions. It
Not
doesn't.
all.
Yes. It'll be online
Okay.
if people want it. But it will not go in store for people to see.
Oh, okay.
I
You're talking
actually
about a
disagree with
deal
that.
as in
A shoe deal.
Shoe deal. Okay, I thought you were talking about sponsorship.
I actually disagree with that because I remember seeing, is it Arwal Banawi's
Al-Banawi, yes.
Adidas
Adidas,
forums
yeah.
in Greece, in Athens, in the Adidas store. And
Okay.
it shocked me. But it didn't shock me, it just surprised me, and it was in a front display. And I'm like, I was actually checking for sizes. They didn't have any sizes. But so no,
Because it's female.
it's female, sure. But so no, that's not the idea. The idea is
You don't have small feet, Shamsi.
the idea is it's an artist that's related to a different region, and it's over there.
Okay.
But there might be some crossover, is what I'm saying.
There could be some crossovers.
Yeah.
But the majority of it was very statistic. The details were there. How much money they generated. Like all that was there. And basically what his guy is doing, he is working on a campaign for something, right?
Okay.
And he has all this data to kind of come up with solutions to problems that are available in the market. And going through it, I can't give details. I'm not allowed, and I don't want to. But because I love that fucking data. I'm playing so many games right now.
Okay.
That I don't want no deal. I just put it that way.
Okay.
It is more beneficial for you as a local brand to push yourself forward. Okay, this is the scenario. Take anyone who's famous in Snapchat.
Okay.
Let that person team up with someone who knows the shoe industry very well and can manufacture for them a really good shoe. Something that is comfortable to wear, that is up to par. It means someone that knows the factories that build what, you know.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we know someone, like he has like, I'm just saying, Gelek, okay? It's hidden behind the smile, behind listen number one, right? He knows how to get the right material. When you wear Gelek's, what's the name, sneaker, and you wear an Air Force One, it's not that far off. You know what I mean? Because he understands the game. And if you do that, if you have the right brand, the right exposure, and you already have the fan base, you'll make more money than you will do with Nike and Adidas.
So the argument is, I actually agree with that argument. The argument is, right now you're in a situation where both Adidas and Nike are established, right?
Yep.
So imagine if you go back in time to where Nike was when Jordan was around. Find you a Nike, just like Jordan found his Nike. It's kind of basically what you're saying. Like, find the brand that you can grow with.
You don't even need to. You can do that.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, find the brand.
That's not what we were talking about, but that's actually also a good idea.
And I look at it how Steph Curry did it. Steph Curry did not go with Nike or Adidas. He went with Under Armour, and he grew that fucking brand, you know? And now Under Armour, a big part of Under Armour's appeal, I see it, is built on Curry's endorsement.
Success.
Endorsement.
And his success on the court.
Definitely. That's another way of approaching it. I think that that direction has a higher ceiling than just signing with Adidas. And
it has
Nike
a higher
today.
ceiling if this other brand
Grows.
Exactly. If this other brand is doing the right things for it to also grow in the region. But you have influencers with more power than brands here.
True.
True.
And those influencers
Can build brands off their names.
exactly,
Which they have done, have they not?
not really.
Really?
كل واحد طاح في العطور.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, okay, let's be honest. العطور,
I'm just saying.
yeah, but the عطور thing, let's be honest real quick. It's the same 9 people.
It's an easy win, Yani.
It's the same 9 people came to these people and say, yo, we have this thing, we're going to smack your name on it. بسلك
So
more
easy
boy.
win.
Yeah, it's تسليك more boy.
Okay.
العطور is not something we want to go to. But the reason they go to العطور because it's something very important. We're saying perfumes and colognes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know,
It's part of the culture.
it's part of the culture.
And you're going to get a big market
Exactly.
for it.
You know?
Okay.
But as influencer, because this is about a specific influencer that, boy, that man makes money. Okay? If he creates the right brands, even if it's not in his name, but he just, the same way he's promoting all these other things, he can grow a whole fucking industry. I don't think these influencers are being used properly
Are aware of their potential.
or given the right strategy how to build long-term goals where you are established even when you're not in front of the camera anymore.
Well, it goes back to an important question. And why are you an influencer? Like, what is your goal here? Is it just to be popping for...
That's very personal. We can't answer that.
لا بس فهمت قصدي.
Yeah, like even if I try to answer that, I have a hard time answering that.
Then if you go to somebody, let's go back to the Steph Curry example method. And you go to Steph Curry wants to be top of the game. He wants to be a legend. So for him, being able to have my own brand and have that push my legacy forward is something that supports me. For example, it supports the argument that I'm building.
Let's use an example.
I have a proposition for Steph Curry.
You have an edge?
I have a proposition for Steph Curry.
Okay.
Get an endorsement from a lotion brand because he's so ashy.
It's called light skin.
Okay.
Anyway.
Thank you for that contribution, number one.
I saw the meme.
Anyway, next. So let's use, and I'm sorry, Rex. Let's use Rexon. All right. Rexy, and pop that off. There we go. There you go. Brush it off. There you go. Rexy, look what he has done over the last 2 years. Okay. And look at not what he only has done. By the way, shout out on the watches. Shout out on like
this
World Cup
drop,
merch.
yo. This
Like,
is a great
everything,
line,
bro. Like
yo.
everything, man. Everything, like
represent
like,
for
congrats on
real,
Rex.
yo.
So imagine Rex's growth, right, with a new fan base, or let's say his current fan base just triples in size. Rex as a brand can generate more money than Rex being with Adidas or Rex being with Nike.
If Rex manufactures on his own,
Exactly.
yes, because he gets a bigger cut, definitely.
Definitely. And he already has the clout.
You might not get access to that bigger market globally, but in terms of a local market, course, you're more than covered, Yani. You have the reach.
The problem is, even when we talk about globally, how many brands are actually global that came out of nowhere? Supreme was bought off. Okay. I think 40 or 50 or 60% of it was bought off. That's why it got out of the States and started going everywhere else. How many brands actually became like Balenciaga, like Louis Vuitton,
I'm not thinking
and so
of
on?
I'm not thinking of the high-end fashion luxury. I'm thinking of the streetwear.
Not even streetwear. Give me names. A bathing ape, I can still go somewhere that no one knows what it is.
Fair.
I don't know what that is.
There you go.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
It's kind of niche. Yeah.
Well, that niche, everything's gonna be kind of niche when it comes to streetwear. But it's very hard to come out globally and play on a global scale. Focusing where you are will generate more money than actually looking at a global scale.
True. I agree with that. But برضو I feel like يعني مثلا for somebody like Rex, I would want Rex to kind of, okay, you're talking about us and you're talking to us and I love it and thank you for doing that. But at the same time, I would want people to get to know more about us, and I feel that you do it in a great way. You have a great way of introducing people to the things that we go through and the things that we feel just by using a medium that's more accessible for other people. You know, it draws you in.
Hello.
You get my point?
What does Rex? But don't you think Rex will have to sacrifice a few things in order for him to speak to a global market?
Yes, his authenticity.
See?
And this is where the tricky part is, because until you want to still keep speaking to the local audience in what matters to them, but have that conversation be relevant to a global audience or be accessible at least to a global audience. You're still not speaking to them. You're still speaking to us. But it's wide enough for the scope for other people to join the conversation.
Yeah, if you want to sell a Young Chumi shirt, you're gonna have to take him out of the thobe. And when Young Chumi is out of the thobe, he's no longer Young Chumi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a very tricky, line to balance with.
I'm not sure if Young Chumi is the right way we're gonna go with
But
this.
it's a good example. It's a good example. It's a good example.
As an example,
If you know, you know. Yani.
Well, here's the thing. But if, for example, right now everybody's coming to the region. Right now, tourism is ridiculous now in our region, right? So when we have that one thing that we all connect with, that's how it's gonna go international. The same way the Japanese streetwear scene became international, how everyone from the US was flying to Japan to learn what's the new thing and what's the next style and bring it back to the US. It's the same exact thing. So once they come here and they realize that we have something that's all local, that's when it starts expanding because it already has value. The problem that we have that the majority are trying to find the value with what's already out there. But that person is not going to give you the value or the recognition that you think you're going to have. It's a temporary thing.
Yeah. Rather than developing the value inwards and having that value grow to the level where you can't help but be approached outwards.
Rex's success is speaking local. That's Rex's success. To me, Rex will tell you his success is totally something else, But to me personally, the fact that I can look at it, I understand it,
I agree.
and I know that it's here.
I agree.
It's
for me. It's for me, definitely.
It's yours. You know what I mean?
True.
When I pick up a Nike, I'm not thinking this is mine.
Nowhere near.
At all. When I'm picking up Adidas, I don't think it's mine.
Unless like you're an athlete or whatever, but that's a different conversation.
No, if you're an athlete, it's an endorsement or whatever, and so on. But as us local, if we don't build our own brands that we can all relate to, then it becomes valueless. That's when I look at this whole fashion scene. Most of these brands I don't really give two shits about. Why? Because you're not speaking to us. You're doing things like what everybody's else doing abroad. And you want me just to buy yours over his. Listen, Kanye exists. I can afford Kanye clothes, all right? I can find Yeezy. I can afford, all right? I don't need yours.
I'll buy a $120 white t-shirt.
ما عندي أي مشاكل all day long, all right? I'm not going to give you 200 for yours. I'm sorry.
3.
3-pack. Friday sale.
Yeah. I agree completely. Like, but here it's being able to. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do at all. Being able to turn down that offer that comes to you from Nike and Adidas. Not everybody's going to do that,
Look, if Nike and Adidas comes to you, then the negotiation table and it's on your terms. Of course, take the deal. I'm not going to tell you never take the deal, right? But
let's think beyond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has to bring back value somewhere. It
has to be rooted somewhere as well.
Well, see, that's the problem that I have with Ottawa's line. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it.
It was the schmag.
It was the schmag with the little goats.
The forum. Forum. It was the forum. It just had, for me, the twist was the schmag imprint there. Yeah, that looked
okay,
different.
that's all cool and fine. All right. My question was, that's not what Ottawa makes, though.
True.
Ottawa's high fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that, yeah. The idea was combining Son of Saudi with an Adidas template, which, okay, it worked for that. For the product itself, it worked, you know?
For who, though?
For the people interested in high fashion and Adidas, I guess. I don't know.
It wasn't sold as high fashion.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I saw people wearing it here locally, but not that many. But I did see a few people wearing it here locally.
Yeah, in our circles, Shamsi.
Yeah.
It was only Jeet, okay?
And somebody else, actually.
So, like, I didn't understand what Adidas was going with. And I don't understand why. Look, I can understand why Ottawa wanted it. It's Adidas at the end of the day.
It's an Adidas collaboration, definitely.
But I don't know what Adidas wanted from that, though.
We speak your language, local market.
Do they?
No, they don't.
Okay.
It's an attempt to speak your
It
language.
was an attempt. Yeah.
It was an attempt.
Was it an attempt?
Mushuf, we go back to the original concept of we know for a fact that these big brands don't look at us as the market to actually give a shit about. They're not putting in there. We've had this discussion.
Yeah, 100 times.
You know,
100 times.
They don't put in the energy. So when you see these things, and okay, it's nice. That's basically, I think, one of the main points that we're getting at.
That's why I'm saying it's an attempt. They did not.
There's no long-term thought behind it. Is another way of looking. Yeah, it's another way of looking at it. And let me just do something for the sake of doing something. It's not about building something for a bigger market or whatever.
They're just looking for quick wins. That's basically it.
والله لسه قاعدين شوف.
Man, it's a beautiful stadium. Shout out to Qatar, man, for the
Okay,
World Cup.
the Argentina
Everybody's having fun.
fans
over there.
are still in the stadium half an hour after.
Of course, they finally saw a win, man.
And they're still celebrating in the stadium. Like they're still there.
They finally saw a win.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's gonna be interesting. The World Cup. Well, anyway.
Blessings.
Anyway.
صحة صحة.
So,
Good talk.
good talk.
Good talks.
Good topics.
Good World Cup.
Great World Cup.
Great Muntakhab.
Amazing Muntakhab.
Great Rex merch.
Shout out to Rexy. Shout out to
Honestly. What else?
What else?
What else? Hard luck to Qatar for leaving early, I guess.
Man.
What's the name of the player we got injured?
Yasser Shahrani.
Get well soon.
Yeah,
Get well
Get well
soon.
soon.
Yasser Shahrani.
Prayers.
Very nice gesture from Muntakhab to raise up his shirt before the game.
Respect,
And
man.
great
Respect,
performance.
respect. Great performance.
Oh,
all.
great performance.
He gave it his all, man.
Yeah.
He gave it his all.
Everyone did, to be honest.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to everybody. Next week is Beast Week. Hopefully you get an episode.
Hopefully.
Hopefully you get an episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were just discussing this.
Yes.
So
We're gonna have problems.
If we have enough energy,
if we have
The
enough,
problem is
we'll consider it.
if you don't get an episode next week, it means you're not gonna see Listen Number One for 2 weeks.
True.
which we know is something that y'all don't want. So
I know you love me.
All right, that's bullshit.
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, shout out to everybody. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the whole nation. Shout out to the Arab world. Stick together, please.
Mabruk
Please,
al-Muntakhab,
please,
once
please
again.
stick together. But us as a unit is scarier to all of them. Look how shook they were with the win. Imagine what more we can do. Anyway, love y'all. Be safe. We out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
That next time y'all hear you, that's all you're gonna hear. That's it. You just stay in touch. Peace.